So we're looking at the Statue of Mary on top of Notre-Dame-de-Bonsecours chapel. A bunch of seagulls flying around. I think I will gradually decrease the exposure because the sun's pretty washed out. But the idea is to have the sun setting down behind Mary. It's unfortunate that crane's in the image, but anyway, I'm at 400 f2 f11, ISO 100, 600 millimeters, and here we go. We're going to start that's 2/3 of a stop down. Sun's still pretty washed out, but let's see what's happening with the seagulls. That's quite nice, very good. 640 of a second, by the way. I'm going to go down a bit more to, let's say, 1,000th of a second f11. So let's do that. That was nice. Okay, a bunch of them flew through. Okay, now. So here we go, 1,000th of a second. And a bunch of seagulls going through. So I'll be able to pick my exposures out of this. Clips, you know, different exposure levels. So 1,000th f11, ISO 100. f11, I wouldn't want to go much less than that in terms of optical quality, sharpness and everything. Start to lose it after f11, I think. So let's go down some more because we do want to get that sun. We want to see the disk ideally. So there's 16. Okay, now we're starting to see the disk of the sun. Now this is quite interesting. We'll let some seagulls go through. I might not even take any stills. I was planning to take stills, but with all these seagulls, I might just stick the video. Also, there's a lot of insects, so that's not very conducive. Oh, that's very nice, bunch of them. Okay, so now we're gonna. Okay, after this one. Okay, here we go. So now we're down to 2,500 at f11, ISO 100. Nice big solar disk there, even if it is kind of white and washed out. This is very nice with all the seagulls. It's framing Mary just as I hoped. So yeah, we're gonna go down some more. So this is 4,000th of a second. So now that it's getting quite dark, silhouette-y, but better definition of the solar disk. But it's getting a little too dark, maybe, overall. So I may go back. But I want to go a little further. I can go up to 8,000th of a second. Okay, so yeah, we're not getting any stills out of this. This is just going to be pure video. Because I really like these seagulls going through the scene. So that's very, very nice. Now I could end this and run a bit and maybe get Mary, you know, centered with the sun again, but I don't think I will. I think I'm just going to leave this as is. I'm going to come back out 4,000th of a second. That's pretty good. I might even go back out again to a little, yeah, let's come back out a bit. Okay, so there's 2,500th of a second. That is 1/2,500th of a second, f11. This is quite a nice overall exposure. A bit of vibration from wind. The bridge isn't that stable yet, just cars going by. By the way, I got a lovely double rainbow behind me. I should take a couple of photos of that, but I can't do two things at once here, really. Oh, look at that. That's very nice. Very, very, very nice with all these seagulls. Cannot complain. Yeah, a bit of vibration there, but still, I'm very happy with how things have turned out. Oh, that's a bus. That's why it's so shaky. Because that bus is doing a whole lot of shaking going on. So, anyway, I'm very happy with this. I mean, I suppose if I'd brought a second tripod and camera along, which would have been a bit difficult, could have taken some stills and just let the video run. But I'm very, very happy with this. This is very, very nice footage. I'm just going to open up a bit more. That's a 2,000th of a second. We'll let that run for a bit. Let some seagulls come through. exactly. That's very nice, very nice, very nice. So as the sun disappears, we will, you know, open up some more here. So yeah, a little clear spot now. 1, 2. So now we're at a 1250. 1250. 1,250th of a second. Oh, that's very nice. Seagulls flying through. Sun disappearing. Everything else very well defined. Yes, very nice. Very cool. I'm looking at that rainbow. I guess I'll pull out my cell phone and take a couple of cell phone photos. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I rather could have taken a couple of cell phone photos of this, but nevertheless, very happy with.
Enjoy the sunset, sir.
Yeah, I am. Thank you, sir. Some cyclist just went by and said, "Enjoy the sunset, sir," which is exactly what I'm doing. So yeah, we're getting the rainbow. Oh, we'll see going through the rainbow. Okay. The double rainbow. No, I'm not gonna bother. Okay, so what do we got here? Okay, it's getting a little dim. So we're gonna go down to, I think, an 800th of a second. So 2/3 of a stop. Just wait for the seagulls to go through. No doubt there's insects going through too, but here we go. This is 8. Oh, I should have left it for that seagull, but anyhow, can't anticipate everything. This is very nice. 800th of a second. F11, ISO 100. And looks like the Grand Rue has stopped rotating. But wow, this is very nice footage, if I say so myself. And I'm really not concerned about yammering on here, because you can just overlay a soundtrack, you know, over this, you know, music, or just the sound of seagulls, and you know, the footage. Oh, that was nice. A whole bunch of seagulls just went through there. And like I said, there's a lot of insects too, so I guess there's some insects going through there too. But we got some nice sharp focus on the Statue of Mary, reasonable depth of field, high optical quality at f11. I might open up to f9, or is it 10? Does it go to 10 before going to 9 there? So we got some shaking from the bus. Good time to. So yeah, I just went to 10. So I just opened up a little bit, a third of a stop to 10. And yeah, I think we're going to keep the shutter speed as is now for the time being. The sun may poke out in that gap between the buildings, by the way, on its way down. Oh yeah, I think it's actually, I can see it with the naked eye. I'm not sure why I'm not seeing it that's weird. I don't know what's going on there. But maybe I need to pull out a bit. I'm not going to though. But I can see the sun disk, top of it, between the gap and the building. I think maybe the camera's just pointing a little too high to see that, and I don't want to mess around in terms of you know, zooming or anything else. I don't want to disturb what we've got. A very nice thing going here. Open up to f9. Okay. Oh no, what happened? Oh, I changed the shutter speed. I went to 6/40 of a second at shutter speed instead of opening up to f9. But between f9 and f10, you know, I'd say the differences are minimal. It might actually be better at f10 than f9. So, let's see, a whole bunch of seagulls flew off there, so maybe we're done with the seagulls. Yeah, there's a whole. Oh no, they're coming back. Oh, you know, they're of course eating the insects. Why didn't I think of that? We got all these shad flies, and no doubt the seagulls are gobbling up the shad flies as best they can. So I think I will zoom out a bit now. We were at 600. We're going to go to 500. So now we're at 500. A little more zoomed out. I see that the Grand Rue has started rotating again. I see it's dimmer, so we're going to go to there. That's it. Okay, 400 of a second, f10. It's actually relatively bright now on the screen, so we're not going to open up any more. for the time being. Yeah, we've done more than 10 minutes of footage here. Still see the rainbow. At least the right side of it. The left side seems to have disappeared. But yeah, I came to get this. I came to get the sun setting down behind Mary on Notre-Dame-de-Bonsecours Chapel, Our Lady of the Harbour, in the Leonard Cohen song Suzanne. And when I got to the bus stop, which is a bit of a walk away, it was raining lightly, not too bad. So I just hid under a tree for a bit. But then I realized if I stayed there too long, you know, I was going to run into trouble in terms of getting this. So I basically started walking, and then I saw the sun poked out, and the crane Hercules that sort of arches over the skyline. You had the nice little scene there with the sun going down and the crane arching over the skyline, so I took some wide angle shots of that. And then I got here basically just in time to get this. You know, I didn't have a big, you know, okay, so now we're going to go to f9. So there, we just went to f9. Not going to open up more than that though. The maximum aperture on this lens at the 600 end of things is 6.3. So it's not super bright. It's not like a 600 f4 or even a 600 f5.6. Although it's not much less, you know, like a f6.3 is just about a third of a stop darker than f5.6. So we're pretty close to 600 5.6 at the long end. And yeah, so I see it's getting dimmer and dimmer, so I guess I'll change the shutter speed shortly. Oh, that was nice. A whole bunch of seagulls went through there. Got a little bit of vibration in the cars. Do I see anything else I want to point my camera at? Oh, I see that the rainbow is fading. I thought of turning around and doing a powerful telephoto shot, but I don't see the point, to be honest. Let's what do we want to do? I think I want to maybe zoom out a bit more. What do we got here? Okay, I see what we're looking at here. Yeah, there's not much point zooming out more. I will, however, go down to 2/5 of a second. So I went two-thirds of a stop down. I could have done it in finer increments. I could have gone to a third of a stop, you know, and then a third of a stop a bit later, but I figured I might as well just go 2/3 and let it get dimmer and until I need to go another 2/3 kind of thing. So yeah, very happy with tonight's footage because there's no stills. Obviously I can pull stills from this. It's obviously not going to be 36 megapixels or whatever. It's more like 2 megapixels. I think it says 1080 full HD. But hey, you know, like a Star Wars movie was shot on full HD, so can't be that bad. And with today's technology, you know, you can enhance sharpness and noise and everything else, you know, with various software. So I could probably, with a bit of work, get some very nice prints just from this. So let's see what time it is. Looking for the schedule here. Oh, very nice sunset. Yeah, I should actually, oh yeah, it's spread across the, okay, I think we're done here because we've got this very nice sunset going on. In fact, what I might do is swing around and get a look at the skyline now, because yeah, this is sort of done. So come around here, we'll zoom out, we'll go all the way out to 150. What's going on? Okay, I guess we gotta open up a bit here. Okay, so there we go. There's Plasville Marie. Okay, we're gonna have to boost the ISO a little. Okay, there we go. So that's, you know, it's actually much broader than this. So we're out as wide as we can be right now. We can zoom in a bit on Plasville Marie, I think. Let's do that. You got the Royal Bank building. So on the left there, that building with the sort of sloped roof, that's the old Royal Royal Bank building in Old Montreal in the financial district. And Place Ville-Marie, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was sort of the replacement. Okay, so we're at almost 300 millimeters. I'm going to zoom out a little here to 250. So that's 250 millimeters. Focal length, quite nice. And let's go out a bit more. We'll go to 200. See, we're getting to the point now where I'd be better off with a 80 to 200 zoom in terms of optical quality and everything. Although I have to say this is actually quite good, this lens. I'm very happy. I think what I'm going to do is pan around a bit. We got 4 minutes of recording time left here. I'm just going to pan around and get some other parts of the skyline with apparently starting to fade sunset. Okay, not so good. Oh, seagulls. Let's keep panning here. So there's, okay, these are some newer buildings that are okay, that's Complexe Desjardins. So that's near the Place du Spectacle area. So we're just going to let the video run here. I think it's a full 20-minute clip. I'll take a couple of stills with my telephone. There's not much point using a real camera for this. So, oh yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. So, click, click, zoom in a bit, click, zoom in, that's better, click. Okay, so I see City Hall. City Hall looks kind of interesting. Seagulls too. Click, 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 click. 3 minutes left in recording time. So, is there anything else worth pointing the camera at right now? I don't really see anything. The rainbow's pretty well completely gone. It's a very faint rainbow left, hardly anything there. And I'm looking to my right, looking to my left. I think I'm going to go back to look towards Place Ville-Marie. We'll just leave this here for a little bit. Got some architecture there. And we'll come over back to Place Ville-Marie. All right. Bonjour.
Bonjour. Beau, hein?
Oui, très beau.
Je peux voir vos photos?
C'est vidéo actuellement. Alors, votre voix serrée sur YouTube.
Oh la vache. C'est beau.
Oui, très bon, oui. Ok.
C'est quoi sur YouTube?
C'est une vidéo. Alors, votre voix serrée sur YouTube.
Ah, pourquoi vous prenez une vidéo?
Pour plusieurs raisons. Entre autres, parce que, est-ce que vous voyez la statue de Marie là?
Oui.
Oui. Alors, de cette position, sur ce date, et un jour avant, un jour après, le soleil entoure la statue de Marie. Alors, c'est ça que j'ai voulu, et je l'ai au début de la vidéo. C'est presque fini, il reste juste 1 minute 30 secondes. Okay. Alors, mais comme vous voyez, c'est pas très intéressant là maintenant. Ouais. Alors, j'ai commencé à faire un peu des
Ok. Ouais. Moi j'ai essayé de faire des photos mais j'ai plus de batterie donc.
Ah oui, ça c'est un problème. Il faut acheter le battery pack extra, oui.
Du coup bah là je rate ça.
Oui, oui, oui. Mais si vous voulez, la vidéo sera sur YouTube.
Ok.
Alors vous pouvez le voir.
C'est à quel nom?
Mon nom c'est Robin Edgar. C'est sur le compte de Robin Edgar. En anglais, Our Lady of the Harbour. Parce que ça, c'est le... Est-ce que vous connaissez la chanson Leonard Cohen, Suzanne?
Ah, si.
Oui, alors Our Lady of the Harbour, c'est dans la chanson. Ça, c'est Our Lady of the Harbour. Okay. Alors, normalement, je vais mettre ça dans le titre. Alors, si vous cherchez Our Lady of the Harbour dans YouTube, vous allez le trouver. So, yeah, a young gentleman was walking along here. We had a little chat. And, let's zoom out a bit more. So 180, oh, we'll put it at 180 because I actually have a Nikon 180. So it's good to see what a 180 will give us. Yeah, so in fact, what we're going to do, we've only got a few seconds left here. So this is what a 180 millimeter zoom, fixed focal length. Okay, that's it, we're done.